in, everybody. I'm Noah Castor, and as always, I'm joined by Brandon Hudson and Darren Kinslow. We are the Benchwarmers. Going to start with a couple shout-outs today. Poor ISO Joe couldn't make it. Shout out to him.
Dave Hudd, shout out to him.
Shout out my boy Drake.
Playoff weekend's coming up, so let's start out with Texans and Bills. Obviously a big game. Brandon, I'll get you started because it's your team.
I'm going to go Texans on this one, of course, because last year they got blown out by the Colts, and that was no dice, and it really hurt. But this year I think it's a totally different team. Getting J.J. Watt back as well in this playoff picture will be huge for us, and Merciless signing him to a deal, so that'd be big for helping out with Clowney being gone. But overall, I think the defense it comes down to having J.J. Watt. To be honest, I've learned that now, and having him in the roster is it's huge.
It's huge.
I'm gonna go to Texans.
You're gonna go Texans. Darren, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Texans too. I think the Bills, their defense is really stout, but yeah. I just don't think their offense is there yet. And going against a team like the Texans, and with J.J. Watt coming back, I don't think they're going to be able to beat them. So I'm going Texans.
Yeah, these are two teams that are very high variability. They are on 1 week and off the next week. I just trust the Texans more than I trust the Bills because the Bills' offense, just like you said, isn't there yet with Josh Allen really struggling. Yeah. So I'm just don't believe in the Bills that much. So I'm going to go Texans on this one, but I do think it could be a close game if the Bills' defense, you're just going to...
B-Hop.
B-Hop.
I had to bring it out, B-Hop.
Had to bring it out. Is Will Fuller playing in this game?
He's practicing, so I don't know if they're going to activate him, but they do have him on practice squad right now. So
yeah, I imagine he's going to practice.
I hope.
This is such a big game.
I hope they play him.
Yeah.
If they play him, I have very high expectations for him.
Yeah, so I'm going Texans. Next up, we got Titans and Patriots. That's going to be the Saturday night game. Obviously, the Patriots coming off a tough loss. I hate to bring it up, but we had to. So Titans are really just firing on all cylinders. A.J. Brown, the rookie, is looking really good. Derrick Henry, obviously, that huge game at the end of the season. Darren, I'll start off with you. What do you think?
Yeah, it's disappointing that we went from the 2 seed all the way down to the playing on wild card weekend.
Awesome.
It's been a while since I've seen them on wild card weekend, but I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. I do think that they'll be able to turn things on just because it is Brady and Belichick in the playoffs. I don't know how far they're going to make it. I don't know if we can beat Kansas City at Arrowhead and Baltimore in Baltimore,
Yikes.
but I think for this one, they should be able to beat the Titans. It will be tough, though, with Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown playing well, and Ryan Tannehill that's come on late.
Wow.
So, but, yeah, I just don't think it is the Titans at the end of the day. So I'm going Patriots.
Brandon, what you got?
I'm going to switch over to the hometown team in this one, just to let you guys know. But I'm going to go Patriots on this one. I think either way right now, the Chiefs owe the Patriots or the Titans a playoff loss. So I'd rather see the Patriots come and play us just to see how big of a game it'd be, see what the outcome would be in this time.
Yeah.
With the Titans, I just don't want to see the Titans come in because if the Texans somehow beat the Ravens, somehow, could happen. Not going to say it will. But somehow if that happens and we have to face the Titans again, huge.
We all know what happened the last time the Chiefs played the Titans in the playoff game, so...
Yeah.
But no, I think the Texans, not the Texans, just got off that. Titans. I think the Titans are going to be a tough outing for New England, especially with how volatile that offense is. I mean, even at times when it started to get going against the Dolphins, it was a lot of gadget plays. Yep. Obviously, the fullback is a linebacker that they had that touchdown to, and then that pick six by Brady. I'm not sure where that was going, to be honest. I think that was just a frustration pick. Like, he doesn't have enough weapons.
Horrible against Parker, too.
Gilmore got destroyed. So I'm worried that if Gilmore can't be put on an island with A.J. Brown and be trusted, I'm worried that the Titans can do some damage. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm not going to say the king is dead yet, but if they don't show me something against the Titans, it's probably over in Kansas City. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Patriots. All right, now we're going to move on to the Seahawks and Eagles, and we're going to have a special guest after we make our picks. I'll start it off. I think the Eagles are a pretty bad playoff team, especially with how banged up they are. I just don't see it at all. Russell Wilson brought him back in that 49ers game with the help of some referees. They ended up losing that game, but I just don't see the Eagles any route winning this game, even though they are the home team.
I got to agree with you on that one. I don't know much about how the Eagles are going to do. They're pretty banged up this year, I got to say. Like I think you said a few weeks ago, they were throwing at lawn chairs. I mean,
the lawn chairs.
It's bad for the Eagles. I got to give them props for making it as far as they have, but then again, it's the division that they've got. They don't have much competition. So, but I'm gonna go Seahawks on this one for sure. If the Eagles win, I'm going to be very shocked.
Yeah,
very
that would
shocked.
be the most shocking win of the whole wildcard weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Seahawks, too. Not much else to say about it. Eagles.
I think if the Eagles were healthy and they had Alshon and Jackson and Ertz, like, they might have a chance.
Could be another underdog story again.
Yep.
Bring out the dog masks.
Philly.
Freaking Philly. All right, we're going to bring our special guest, Mr. Carter Kinslow. All right, Carter, thanks for joining us on the show. What do you think about the Seahawks-Eagles matchup?
I think it's going to be a blowout game for the Hawks.
Blowout.
The Eagles, too many injuries, no Ertz, no Alshon, no Dice, no win. So, and last time the Seahawks played, it was kind of a blowout. Eagles scored a touchdown with like 20 seconds left, or it would have been 17-3. And last time they played, Seahawks didn't have Lockett either, and he's the big boost to the offense, so got the Hawks winning 31-10.
I just want to ask one more question. Do you think that the Seahawks can make it through the playoffs being so Russell Wilson dependent? It's going to be a tough
I think
road.
it's a possibility. It's a possibility because if they beat the Eagles this week and the Saints beat the Vikings and got to play the Niners again, already beat them once.
Yeah, Seahawks
could have beat them again if it wasn't for the refs.
Dang, refs.
Then after that, it might get a little shaky playing the Saints more than likely. So we'll have to see how it plays out.
Alrighty, thanks for being on. We'll get him out of here.
It was a pleasure.
Oh, sorry for missing Carter's handshake, but I don't shake hands with a Seahawks fan. So we're going to move on to Vikings Saints. I just don't see how the Vikings win this game. The Saints have looked dominant, especially against the Carolina Panthers. I mean, it's just playing catch out there with Drew Brees the way he's playing. So it's going to be tough for them to go into the Saints Stadium and beat them. I just don't see how the Vikings win this game.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Seahawks and Eagles. It's just a mismatch in the playoffs. There's no way unless there's another Minnesota miracle. I don't see it happening. I think the Saints are way too powerful with Kamara and Michael Thomas, and obviously Breeze doing good things. So I'm going Saints.
Yeah, I got Saints on this one as well, especially with, I don't know if, I haven't heard the actual announcement yet, but I don't think Dalvin Cook will be playing for the Vikings, so that's going to play a big factor in that role. And the Saints, you guys are right, you guys pretty much nailed every single thing. They have a great defense, they have a great offense. The way Michael Thomas and Drew Brees are playing right now is just insane. Can't guard Mike. And I'm going to go Saints on this one, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, I just don't see him shining in that. The only way I even see the Vikings staying in this game, they establish the run with Dalvin Cook and maybe just keep Drew Brees off the field. That's the only way I can see it, but the Saints offense is just ridiculous. So,
and it's not a primetime game, so
it's not a primetime game, so we won't see.
I mean, it's primetime, but it's not primetime.
It's not nighttime, so I don't know what happens to Kirk Cousins at nighttime, but so. All right, with that being said, we're going to bring a very special guest on, running back for the Staley Falcons, Mr. Zeke. All right, Zeke, I'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Benchwarmers.
Yep.
All right, what do you think about the Vikings-Saints game?
I think it's going to be a definite win by the Saints. Drew Brees has played exceptionally well this season. Had a great game against the 49ers and the Carolina Panthers, even though he lost the 49ers game. But I think it's going to be a definite win by the Saints. And,
It's going to be a smoke show.
No Minneapolis miracle.
No Minneapolis miracle.
No. All right, Zeke, thank you for joining the show. Get you out of here real quick. I'd like to thank all of our special guests for joining us. It's been a really crazy video. It's going to be a crazy wildcard weekend. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. We do have a playoff picture video coming up with some more special guests, so stay tuned for that. It's been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.